What's going on, guys? Wanted to update you with our own personal pick-a-brick wall progress. As you guys know, moving into the new place, we have this wall right here, which is where we're storing a lot of our parts. We also have this closet right here, which I'll touch on as well. But for the most part, today's video is going to be focused on what we're doing with this wall. We're essentially calling this our personal pick-a-brick wall because we are trying to organize this to contain most of the major elements that we use throughout our city and vehicle builds. If you recall, in our old parts closet, we had a similar sorting system, but it didn't include all the colors that you see here. We've added a lot more rows, and we've also added a lot more columns with additional containers down the way. So what exactly are we using for storage containers? Well, these are the Acro Mills bins, they call them, and these are the ones that contain 64 drawers per unit. As you can see, the brand's right here. Let me warn you, the cost for these has absolutely skyrocketed. It is through the roof. We used to buy these for about 26 bucks, and they are now close to 80, which is just ridiculous for something like this. There are cheaper alternatives on the market. We stuck with these just because we already had them, but if we were to redo it, we'd probably go with a different brand just based on the pricing now. But enough about the drawers. Let's get into what's actually in the drawers, which is probably why you clicked on the video. So as you can see, we have added a lot of color to the wall, and it goes in color order based on how these would actually lay out on a color slider. Instead of starting with black at the bottom and going up from there, we wanted black and city colors to kind of be in the middle, which is where we grab the most frequently. And we went in order from there. So instead of having black and going up, we basically started in the middle and expanded from there color-wise. So what does each drawer contain? Well, this is 1x1 plates and tiles, 1x2 plates and tiles, 1x3 plates and tiles, 1x4 plates and tiles. This is the brand new 1x5 plates, and we assume Lego will come out with tiles soon. Those will all be right here, which is why it's void right now. Right here, 1x6, 1x8, and then we move into kind of the longer plates. There won't be tiles for these ones, but these are the long plates that go right here. And that order is going to be essentially carried through for every single color in every single row. So as I go down the line and show you, that is exactly what you'll find below it for the pertaining color. And you'll notice too that we used to put some of these in our drawers. And while we still have those, the goal here is to bring some of the elements we use more frequently, like the long plates, to the wall where it's a lot easier to access them. So from there, we move into the 2x2 plates, which you can see takes up a whole drawer, as well as the 2x2 tiles. And for stuff that we have a lot of, that's why, or use very frequently, that's why they have a dedicated drawer. So the next one is a 2x3, and as you can see, that's a split drawer because we don't use it as frequently, but the 2x4s we use all the time, so it has a dedicated drawer. Same with the tile that goes along with it. And then we move into the 2x6s, the 2x8s, and finally the 2 pluses. So I can go all the way up to 2x16 for some of them. Now, as we make our way down, we start to get into some of the more fancier pieces, like these little cheese slopes. And you can see here, what we did in the back was we put the 1x2 cheese slopes behind the 1x1 cheese slopes. Same for a bunch of different types of slopes, including curved slopes. So you have the 1s and then the 2s. And it basically continues until you get into the more traditional slopes. But here what we did is we did the normal slopes, and then we did the inverted right next to it. So it goes 1x2 normal, 1x2 inverted, 1x3 and 4 normal, 1x3 and 4 inverted, all the way down until you get into the doubles, which follows the same cadence. And as you keep moving, this drawer is not filled, but you can see above in the grays that it basically just follows that exact same pattern as you continue going. You can kind of see right there. Then we start to get into some of the bigger slopes, and we use these a lot throughout our architecture and city builds, sometimes in vehicle builds, even up to the double wide slopes there. It then moves into the rounded bricks. So we've got cones, big cones, round brick 1x1s, some panels and some corner rounds, 2x2 round bricks, larger round bricks, larger corner rounds, and then these are kind of the modified bricks, which are also similar to the round corner pieces, so that's why we have them next door, and that'll follow down through here. Over here especially is what we kind of broke out from the drawers to be on the wall, and that is kind of, you know, the headlight bricks, some people call them, modified bricks, as well as some other good modified bricks. And we're still sorting these, so that's why a lot of these drawers are still vacant, but it'll kind of keep following down into more modified bricks. So like right here, you can see the masonry tile. And then over here moves into panels. Larger panels will be in here. And then we're leaving the end one open because that is going to be something in the future that we use a lot of. We just wanted to leave one for future filling. And so that's the wall as a whole. You'll notice that we carry overflow pieces up above. We store them in these plastic containers that we got on Amazon. We felt that these worked better than the actual Lego cups because since they're more transparent, we can actually see the pieces better and know which ones we're grabbing. So we tend to like these just a little bit more. Now, as you move down on the bottom, this is where the big bulk brick is stored. So we have the color smaller bricks up here, and then it follows the same order of color down here, but it goes down to the right. So using white again as an example, we have, you know, the 1x1s, corner bricks, 1x2s, 1x3s, 1x4s, 1x6 and 1x8, and then the 1x16s, also 1x12s and 1x10s. And over here, 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, 2x6 and 2x8, and the big boys. And that follows all the way down the row. So it goes, you know, black, dark gray, light gray, white, tan, dark tan, brown, red, yellow, green, blue, dark blue. But you may be wondering, okay, well, if it stops at dark blue, but there's more colors on the wall, where are the bulk pieces for the additional colors on the wall? That's what leads into the closet. So this is still a work in progress, but it gives you an idea. You can see, you know, here's the oranges, for example, and it'll kind of follow the same order as the wall, just down through here. These are the lesser used colors. I've got like the light yellows, kind of the darker yellow, light oranges. So it's just colors that we don't use as frequently, but are still important nonetheless. So that's on this section right here. Apologies, because I know it's a tight closet, so it's tough to film, but that was basically that section. This section over here is going to be where we keep all the trans colors. So you can see like trans blue, up here, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, clear, and then dark trans clear. And that is all being organized by piece all the way down through as well. So it's got like, you know, the rounds at the top, and then the 1x1 squares, and it kind of goes down until you get into the bigger parts and pieces down here. As you make your way down and further into the closet, we'll actually start to move more into pieces and parts that we use frequently, but you know, don't fall in one of the other categories on the wall. So they'll have dedicated sections, kind of like over here is all gold, over here is all the silver. Another good example would be right here is like our containers, you know, which we use quite a bit, or you know, ladders and different objects for buildings. And so that kind of gives you an idea of what's going in down here and what's also going to go over here. And if we move back,
you guys want to learn how to build this tree? Check out my tutorial.
Well, the Queen of Trees has made an appearance in a video yet again, but she does bring up a good point. If you want to learn how to make trees for your city, check out the video that she did last week. Well, anyway, guys, that gives you a pretty good idea of what's been going on. As you can see, we've been doing a lot of sorting and trying to get everything organized, which has unfortunately delayed the rest of the city build, but we're going to be doing an update on that soon. However, there's a more exciting update coming out, which is going to be the airport update. We have been working on that on the side. I'm not going to show you right now. I'll cut in some old videos so you can see what it used to look like, but I cannot wait to share it with you guys because it's looking really, really good. We have some Bricklink orders coming in this week, so hopefully I'll share it with you next week. But for now, that is the progress on our personal pick-a-brick wall. And thanks for watching today's video. We'll be sure to see you next week.